Hello, beautiful beings. I am sharing this video because I received quite a lot of questions about the mother wound and what the mother wound is. And I'm actually going to make 2 videos about this because I also received a lot of questions from Dutch people, Dutch women who asked me, can you please share a Dutch video about this topic? So I will do that for sure. This is the English version. And the mother wound, what is that? And from my perspective, and especially from my experience personally and in my work, the mother wound is the pain, the trauma that you experience in relationship with your mother as a child, as a daughter or a son. And this wound, this pain, this trauma can have a big impact on your life if this stays unhealed, if it stays unseen, if it stays in the shadow. And there's a big charge around this topic as well, around the mother wound. And why is because we feel ashamed about it. We feel maybe guilty about it. If we acknowledge that we have experienced pain in relationship with our mother. And that is one of the reasons why we don't acknowledge it, why we don't heal that wound often, because we have this loyalty conflict towards our mother or our parents in general. And that's something that we easily have as children, which is really understandable, because we don't want, as children, we don't want to blame our parents or make them feel bad. And that's the thing, that's not what healing the mother wound is about. It's not about judging our parents or our mother. It's not about blaming, not at all. It is about taking responsibility for healing the pain that you are carrying in relationship, in the connection with your mother. And that's always one of the main things I always share with people when we work with the mother wound, is that it's not about judging or blaming our mother for what she did wrong or didn't do. It's not about that. It's about really owning and taking responsibility for the pain that it maybe caused you, that you maybe have experienced in your relationship with your mother. And for example, a trauma or a way that the mother wound can play out of your life is not feeling worthy of love, feeling unworthy. Because if, for example, your mother wasn't emotionally or physically available to you, as a child we can create this really strong limiting belief that we are not worthy of love. Because if we don't receive that from our mother, then of course we start to believe that we are unworthy. Because she's the first person, most important person in our life. She's the first woman in our life. So especially as women, if we don't receive the love that we need as a daughter from a young age, if we receive abandonment or rejection from our mother or abuse, what happens, it can create an emptiness within our heart, within our being, within our body. It can create a big emptiness because we have a lack. We received a lack of love and affection and acceptance for who we are as a daughter. And at the same time, that can also create a disconnection with our femininity. Because if we don't receive the love from the first female person in our life, we abandon that part of ourselves. We don't feel safe in our own feminine energy, in our own femininity. So what happens most of the time, if we experience this pain with our mother, we tend to feel more safe sometimes. I'm saying sometimes, not always, but sometimes we feel more safe in our masculine energy. Because that feminine energy feels unsafe. If we have any wounds or pains that we experience, any traumas that we experience in relationship with our mother, that can create an unsafety. And if we create an unsafety, we don't want to have anything to do with it. We rather reject it, or we close off. So we close off at the same time. If we close off to our mother, we close off to our own femininity, to the feminine qualities that we carry. So we actually closing off to our own nature, which can create over time, if we don't heal this wound, can create a lot of problems on a mental level, emotional, energetic, and physical level. Because what I see with a lot of women who struggle with hormonal imbalances and PMS or any other problems that can occur with your hormones, most of the time there's a mother wound that is unhealed. There's a lot of pain in relationship with their mother from the moment they were born or from early childhood. So you can imagine, if you heal this wound, if you acknowledge that part within you that maybe is still in pain, didn't feel seen, didn't feel loved, didn't feel heard or acknowledged. If we can see that, if we can give that part the space, you can create this loving relationship with the child within you that didn't receive what she maybe needed and what she deserved. And the most powerful part of it as well is that you can become your own inner mother. You can start to mother that part and give it what it didn't receive. And you also can really take up the space and own that birthright to be a daughter in this whole female lineage, in your maternal lineage. And you can let go of any responsibilities that you maybe took on, because if there was a lack of love that you received, what happens a lot as a child is that we start to work for our mother. We start to take on those responsibilities in order to get love, in order to feel safe. And the moment we can heal that, we also give back those responsibilities, because they're not ours to carry anymore. But we have to create healing and awareness around that and feel safe enough within ourselves to give those responsibilities back. So this is really a powerful part of a healing journey, healing this pain in relationship with your mother. And I can share many more things about it. So if you want to know more, if you want to dive into it, if you really feel after hearing this and feeling this, if you feel this desire or something gets triggered within you, reach out to me. I really offer beautiful one-on-one sessions around the mother wound, and it can really change a lot, like I said, on many levels in your life, and it can change a lot in relationships with other women and with men in your life as well. And it can change the relationship with your mother, but first of all, the relationship with yourself and with your body and your femininity. So if you feel called to learn more about this, to know more about this, please reach out. I'm here, and I've gone on this healing journey myself as well. So I'm talking from my own personal experience and also from my work experience as a trauma healing therapist. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and please feel free to reach out for any questions. Okay, sending you lots of love. Bye bye.